I should warn ya, you're in Glow's Corner. I should warn ya, you're in Glow's Corner.
Welcome back to the latest edition of Glow's Corner. I do want to add my hair tutorial. I got a little something to do with my hair. I just washed it. I pre-pulled with aloe vera last night. Did the oil plastic bag, slept on that thing, woke up, washed my hair with some shade shampoo and conditioner, Shea Moisture products, shampoo and conditioner. And then I deep conditioned it, and then I steamed it. I have a clothes steamer. I don't have a hair steamer. You know, I be on my hood with MacGyver shit sometimes, so I use a clothes steamer. And I mean, this is no product. I got a little elasticity. I feel very moisturized, and this is just like my natural curl pattern, just fresh out of the little make two bun. And I'm just going to condition it and braid it so that it can dry. And then I'm going to do some individual braids tomorrow, just some plaits, like nothing exciting. So, I wanted to talk about just the state of the world. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been around for a while. I ain't did no Glow's Corner for a while because it's just been a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Please deal with this unique angle. It's something else. But yeah, it's just been a lot going on in the world and just in my personal world that has sort of hindered me from being here. But, you know, one of the things that have been at the point or center of attention has just been this division that has been happening amongst my peers, my friends, my loved ones, all based on the decision to participate or not participate in an experimental medical practice. Let's call it that. You know what it is. Let's call it an experimental medical practice. So, based on this decision to participate or not participate in this practice, there's just been division amongst households, amongst friends, amongst co-workers and peers about personal choice. And however you feel about this choice, I don't want to get too deep into that and reasonings. We've all seen all of the people's reasonings. I'm just see my, finger comb. We've all seen both sides. I'm assuming if you well versed, if you've made that decision to sort of see where each side is coming from, because there's always this illusion of two sides. So if you made that decision and you looked at both sides, maybe you look further, you looked at the 360 of it all. This language that we don't even use, you know what I'm saying, to talk about our peers, you know what I'm saying? I just want to keep showing y'all these curls because they getting better. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking to my, I'm gonna be a buck. I was talking with a family member that's very close to me, without saying any names, and I told her about my decision to not participate in the experimental medical practice, and she was like, "Oh, you're one of those." I was like, "Yeah, one of people that think it's your decision to make the choice that you feel is best for you." Yeah, I'm one of those. I ain't gonna front, like even the idea of that type of labeling was offensive. That is actually the purpose and reasoning for labeling. You know what I'm saying? To create distance, to create division. So when she was like, "You're one of those," as if it was like a negative thing for me to, want to be well informed, want to observe, and want to make a decision that's based on my decision and not what is being really pushed. I'm not arguing your reasoning, all of that. I'm just looking at all the other things. So yeah, let me say that because I'm familiar with the reasoning. It goes back to like for me, I tend to be on like the fringe of beliefs when it comes to spirituality, just overall. You know what I'm saying? I can be on the fringe, but somebody on the fringe has usually gotten there um, after being indoctrinated with, what is taught, whether it's the fringe of spirituality or Christianity or religion. So, being on that fringe, I am well versed in Christianity and religion in general. So, hold on, I got so much stuff on my hands, it's hard to spray. It's the argon leave-in. But all that to say is like, I'm on the fringe. I know what people with inside believe because it's taught to me regularly. It's ingrained in me through my mitosis, osmosis. Yeah, so I know what those people believe. They generally don't know what I believe. which brings me back to that person who's like, oh, you're one of those. And I think I might have had this talk before on Glow's Corner about how people have these negative assumptions about your perspective without knowing it or even having the discussion about it. Like, yeah, you don't know you don't know what has led me to this decision, be it something similar to what led you to yours, and just the idea of just this divisive talk just really grinds my gears. It's a level of frustration that I'm experiencing and have been experiencing, just to be completely honest. Sometimes I want to be neutral, sister queen, and I'm okay and even kill with everything. But, there's a level of frustration with the incentivation, that's not a word, but you know what I mean, of this experimental practice. And even how it is being like really pushed in a way that is aggressive and uncomfortable and starting to feel like I'm being infringed upon. And I know people start to like, well, there's so many things that you are being infringed upon and blah, 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 blah. Maybe that is the case, but it just seems like in this moment, in this now, I am acutely aware of this infringement. And I'm not barking or judging anybody who doesn't feel this sense. This is something that I feel, you know what I'm saying? And if you know me in any capacity, you know that I am of sound mind. You know that, what I'm saying, I'm well thought out. I'm not just, just left field random shit. I am studied. I research, and I ain't gonna act like I know all the shits. I'm not gonna act like I'm an expert. But just the information that I have been able to find for myself, accrue and put together, I'm just feeling like, you know what I'm saying? I'm smelling something. And I don't like the way it smells. And I'm not asking nobody to feel the way I feel. I am past that. I said that before, trying to change people's minds. This braid, look at this whole curl just left out. I'm past trying to change people's minds. That's not my thought, ideology, my agenda, my intention. I have no desire to change anyone's minds to get them to align with what I believe. I just want mine to be respected. My mind, my thought, where I'm at with it. I am a person that makes decisions. Sometimes I can't afford to make decisions more rapidly. But in this case, my decision is made for the most part. However, I'm still going to cautiously observe. And, ultimately, I hope that in some way, everyone is right, about their beliefs and perspectives. I hope that everyone is safe and healthy. And, I hope that, I got to correct that as far as everyone is right. I don't want everyone to be right about, like, worst case scenario. Of course not. But I hope that we are right in the decisions that we are making or have made relative to this experiment is right for us. How about that? That's what I mean. That it doesn't lead to any harm, that it doesn't lead to anything else, But all that to be said, and this is hard to jump back and forth, but I'm just saying, look, it's just very juicy. That's what she said. I know it's not appropriate for this conversation, but it's happening. But all that to be said is just that there's tools of division. They are happening. They are being used, and we are accepting them and turning them on our family and on our friends. And like, what the fuck? Somebody was just like, it's like when they was doing the marches and stuff, and there were like bricks and shit out there. Like, all right, now get out there, get out there and protest. That's the same shit happening now. It's like, all right, here are the tools for your opposition. Here are your tools for division. Now get out there and stop fucking with the people you love the most. Pardon my French, but that's the fuck is happening. That's what's happening. Like that person that called me one of those is like, That's an everyday person in my life, you know. And I am not the only person who is experiencing this type of reaction from the people that they care and love the most. And it's on both sides, and don't get it twisted. It ain't just on the side that's agreeing to the experiment, because on the side that's not agreeing to the experiment, there's rumblings and talks of dis-ease relative to the possible side effects, you know, and how they can impact people. So, what that do on both sides? Have you had your experiment? No, I have not. Stay the fuck away from me. Have you had your experiment? Oh, yes, I have. Stay the fuck away from me. It's not funny. I'm a little eye, pardon me. But I mean, that is the talk. Are we gonna be real about it or no? It is the talk. I don't know the solution, if there is a solution. You know, all we can do is respect people's boundaries that they set, and that's what that's all that I can do is, respect those boundaries that have been set, and still move in my level of comfort. You know, and it's difficult because my level of comfort is being attacked. And I say that not to like be on no victim shit, because I never want to be in that place, and I never speak myself into that place. But, you know, every day, the angle at which I believe is being spoken against or negatively spoken towards, you know. And then sometimes it'd be right there. And I'd be like, we can get into this. We can argue. We can build about it. I don't want to argue about the shit. I want to build about it. I would like to understand and accept what you believe. You know, I want to understand where you're coming from and why you feel that way, so that there can be empathy when we have our exchanges, whether we decide to have those exchanges in the same space or not. You know what I'm saying? I would like to be there. On the other end, you know what I'm saying? Just because I want to understand you don't mean that you're going to change my mind about my decision. You know what I'm saying? That shit is pretty in stone. It's pretty much mine. That's what I've decided. That's where I stand. You know what I'm saying? Looking at shit down. So, you know, that's where I stand with it. And I hope that we can have that mutual respect. And I think that's where I'm going to leave off. I've said enough. I've talked my ass off. How long has this video been going? Oh, 7 minutes. The other one 7 minutes too. Yeah, I've said enough. I mean, I'm open to insight. I'm only open to constructive conversation relative to this, though. So, I mean, if you want to come and lecture me and talk some shit and tell me why I'm wrong, I ain't with those shits. I'm not. That's not my ministry. But if you want to build and expand my mind and my perspective, and come to some over understanding with each other and some levels of acceptance and all that good stuff, we can do that. We can do that all day. I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up. Let's build. Let's expand. Because this divisive shit, you know what I'm saying? This inability to even be able to say a word, I don't agree with that, but I respect you and I respect your decision. This is the real crutch. This is the real issue. Anyway, I've said enough. Thanks for joining me. Hope to see you again soon. Glow shines out. Peace.
I should warn ya, you're in Glow's corner. I should warn ya, you're in Glow's corner.